Hello and welcome. We are at the beginning of a brand new season. Lots of people have asked me if I would come on and actually record my beginning of a season. I think some of them are trying to set me up to fail because they know that I have a few oopsies in the first parts of the season. Others are more interested in the sort of things that I'm looking at when I'm playing, how I'm going to be looking around the map when we start off. And basically I kind of like want to get a bit of a better idea as kind of the strategy and tactics. Well, I'm not saying this is perfect, but here we go, and this is kind of my shot at doing something like that. And first up, we need to actually choose the correct faction, and we are going to Arcos. So let me just make sure we have that selected. Arcos, join with our little crew of OBW1. Oh my word, did I just see that right? I am already quite stoked. Let's just have a quick look at that. Let's come out on the map. I think we're right on the border near the island and not too far away here from the bridges across. That is awesome. So that's a little bit tricky in that we don't have tiles all around us, but that's looking good for me. I'm just going to have a look here. Let's go and just come back down in here a bit. I haven't joined a guild yet, so I don't know where anyone else is, and I don't know who is actually in here. Let's actually just get that underway fairly quickly. We need to join, and we can do that straight away. And the only one who's set up is OBW1, so we will join there. I think it's quite possibly only going to be ourselves and Rogs in here. Hopefully. The idea was that we were coming in with our sort of half experienced and half new players, just to see what's going on. So we'll just go in there. We're going to come down here. Somebody came back to me. Who is this? Rice sweet, good to know. Get my Joel. Okay, that's someone from our guild. And here we are. Let's just come in and go. Here we go. G'day, guys. There we go. Just say hi to the people here. And that's that. So what do we need to do first? What I did do last time round was I built some satires, which is the level 1 unit for Arcos, straight off the bat, expecting there to be some here. And yes, they're left. I put some on my cipher, and for some weird reason every season we can build those, and I don't know if these are extra or if they are come from our allotment within the within what we've got. So we got assigned, we got 102 in there, so perhaps we all start with 120 anyway. I don't know. We don't really want to use a cipher first off the bat, so I've got to kind of have a quick look. We're just going to run through the chapters as much as we can and get rid of these horrible red dots. I hate the red dots. Let's get rid of that. What have we got on here? Mail. We've got some mail. Guild promotions. Oh, I'm already promoted. I said I'd do officer this season, but I've been struggling to get game time, to be perfectly honest. So I'm not entirely sure that's a good idea at this stage. Let's just run through some of these things. Some points I might just actually stop talking in this and just kind of play through, but at pertinent points we'll perhaps have a few words. There'll be some pauses. I've got a cup of tea on the brew, a nice cup of cha, so I'll probably need to go and put some milk in that, slosh that down. But for now, let's just run through it. We first up, well, I suppose we want to actually get out and we want to actually take some tiles, really, don't we? I'm not going to go with anything too big to start with, and let's start with our Sunder. Sunder's always a good start. What we got in station? We're just going to use up these initially. I think Sunder might get away with a 30 or a 40 first off the bat. I'm not too sure. We could die horribly. Let's see who we've got. Or let's just, I'll tell you what, where are we? Sunder, come here. We're all in order from the legendaries down through the epics to the rares, aren't we? And here we go. So it begins. Let's just put some of these on here. Satires. Let's look at the satire, the Ark of Starkcraft. That's, how good is that? That's defense is 98, health is 405, sort of average. And what do we get bonus here? Unaffected by stun, defense +2. That's not really that helpful. The great thing about Arcos is that we'll get early access to the Harpies, the tier 3 strike unit, and we will also get reasonably early access to heavies, and that's the first thing that we really want to do here, is open up the bays and get those cooking. So what do we got to do chapter wise? We're still on, I don't really want that. Let's go to the chapters. Command center, occupy a resource tile, optics tree. Okay, command center, let's upgrade that. That's done. Let's do that. Let's upgrade that. We're basically just trying to get as much resource as we can straight away so that we can plump it all into upgrading our tech base. Let's claim these. Let's see where we're at. Claim that one. Then we're going to go take a tile. Let's find our sunder in here. I really hate the fact that we have to reset all these skills all over again after the last time round. It's so annoying. I wish we could just sort of favourite some builds in here, season start builds for instance, and just do it that way. But anyway, our tech tree for the sunder, I want this one here, Unholy Bargain. That's kind of our go-to, so we're just going to pump 6 straight onto Dark Ritual, and then we can get that Unholy Bargain up as well. I did fortunately reset some of my officers just before this season started. That's literally the only prep I've done, so I've actually got Elizabeth here we can assign on there, and we go yes. And I particularly want to add in here, let's just we've got the epics. We are going to go with, who have we got here? Sarah. Augment, is it Sarah that I want? No, it's not. I'm not care about Sarah then. There's one of these lovely looking ladies here. It must be the combat officers. So let's have a look through here. Here we go. We want Phaedra, and we are going to assign that to here. And the reason we're doing that is because Phaedra has this counter shot skill, so that's going to get me an extra heal because of that skill that I just put my points into on the actual ship itself. In terms of what else do we want, something in here, let's go for, do we want to bump our power up? Do we want a little bit of protection? Unit defense 15, close range damage received -6. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let's go for that. And we will go in here and we will put on, who have we got? We've got Widow, which gives us unit defense again, which would be really handy actually. We've got ship power 36. That's probably handy because the ship will be doing some of the damage here. Or we can go for Michael and try and cause confusion. I don't think we're going to come up against anything too tricky, so I'm gonna do we go power elemental and unit defense and gain some immunity. Overall that's probably going to be better than this on damage received -5. Yeah, we'll go for that. Let's put that on there, see how we go. Let's go out, try and hit a 30 or a 40. I think a 40 might be a stretch too far, to be honest, but you know, hey, for the sake of entertainment, let's just bang in there. I think I'm going to lose this horribly, but we'll see. Off we go with our sunder. We might actually get to go and finish it off with the cipher if we put something on there. Now in the meantime we want to have a quick look through here. We've got some battle pass stuff, claim all that lot, thank you. Let's get away with that. Yeah, God, all these little things at the beginning just do me hitting. Oh, we got a draw. He's got an ology. Oh my gosh. Oh, we'll take that, thank you. What have we got there? 5,000 gas, not to be sneezed at. So really, I'm just kind of at this stage, it's really early stages. I haven't sorted out what ships I'm using. I'll decide that fairly shortly. How is my sunder doing? We've got 20 of 24 left. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm quite happy with that. It's probably going to be sitting there. Oh, it's not going to draw forever. We almost beat the Dread. That's quite handy. Quite impressed with it. And that looks like we have gone up a level. So we will go in here and we'll put another one on here and another one on here. And this is great because we're actually using Arc or Strikecraft this time round as well. So usually I would use Sunder wherever I go, but we do get this extra little bonus for Arc or Strike damage here. And we'll go in, and I'm just going to get someone up and running as a kind of like dodgy pather unit, and who better than the worst ship in the game. And I am going to do a video on this one a bit later. The Omnis. God, it's shockingly bad. The reason it's shockingly bad is because all its skills mismatch and there's absolutely no synchronization whatsoever. So what do we want to put on that? Might have a chance to evade the first instance of damage, and we've got 12 points, so probably do quite well with that, but we've got nothing dishing out damage. That said, we're only going to be hitting kind of level 1 tiles, so we'll just pump everything into there. Come on, come on, come on. I don't know if you can hear my mouse clicking away. I haven't really set up for this in any great way, so you might hear that going on in the background. And we don't really care whether it's elemental or power on there. We just want something that's going to give us some unit defense, so Crash is good enough for that. Ghost is a good all-rounder. And let's just have a look here. I want to say X83s. Let's go for Tony Woney. Here we go. And we got nothing spare to put in there, nothing that I don't want to use. Okay, so let's go out. Let's put some troops onto my Omnus, which is going to be all the way down the friggin' bottom. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? God, I've just reduced the size of this. What have I done there? I've somehow managed to lose you. Let's just see if we can play around with a few things and bring that back. There we go. Fantastic. There we go. First stuff up so far. Let's get rid of that. And the first stuff up was not actually on the tile. The first stuff up was me playing with my OBS studio. Let's try again. Where are we? Omnus. Let's go and put something on you. We are going to put on some satires. There we go. Confirm. You. Back. And now we can just go out. And where are we going to head first? This is a good question. No, I've joined the guild, so I can at least see where my guildmates are. Not too many people near me. Okay, I'm going to head up here. This is my general direction. The reason for this is most of us will be spawning in here. I'm quite close to this border up here, so I want to be heading this way and hopefully clear up some tiles up here. I don't know if any of the Rogs guys are in yet or not, or if they're coming this way. So I'm just going to kind of head up there. I don't think there's going to be too many people in here, to be honest. We're going to head out and we're going to get find another 40. So let's send Ominous up there. And once we finally get through this, 1 minute and 13 seconds left. Actually, the Omnus is going to help us along because we'll get this extra chapter here. We'll get some resources, then we can start channeling away and building things reasonably well. And hopefully that brings that one up there now. No, we're still on Battle Pass. Oh my god. Too many red dots. Where am I heading? So we are there, finally. There, let's go in. Let's claim that. Claim it. What do we got next? Continue. What do we need to build? Tap anywhere. Fabrication, 3 resource tiles and some storage to get us up there. To be honest, let's go in. We're going to do it this way. I want to enter here and I realistically want to build and open up this Ograx first. So in order to do that, I need commands into level 3. Upgrade that, speed it up because we've still got all those lovely gold from the last season. I haven't spent any of that yet. In order to do that, level 3. What are we on there? Can we open it? Ograx. We can open Ograx. Build it. Build it, build it, build it. Oh, I need expedite. Come on. We need to open up that ops deck tree. Keep going. So I'm going to have to take that up to, I think, level... Where are we? Level 6. Ograx squadrons. Keep going. What do we need next? Command center level 4. Hangar 4 and Arcos 2. Okay, upgrade that. And we need Arcos squadrons, upgrade that. So we'll just pump away on this. I think by now I should hopefully have that. My Sunder is up to level 7. Good, that's great. Do we want to try a 60? Is that a stretch too far, I wonder? Let's just go and have a look. I won't be using running this Sunder out of fuel too much at these early stages, simply because I want to get the heavies built and get those Ograx tanks underway. And realistically, I want to have some fuel on my ships by the time I do that. So I'll do a couple of moves with each of the big ones with my main PvE ships fairly early on, and then I will hopefully have some fuel that regenerates and be able to build up some tanks and put them on as well fairly quickly. So we're just going to pop that on there. We're now going to probably should get some conscription going just in case I do completely mess things up, which is highly likely. So let's just get a few of those underway as well while we're there. 25, that'll do. Get that done. Now we want next of all fabrication facility, because we are going to need the resources that these things give. We need to have, what else do we want? Got one spear there. Let's go to our chapters. Oh, sorry, claim that. Claim, next, claim. Thank you. 3 resource tiles, construct the storage, build that. Okay, off we go. Let's come out here to that 40. We take that. We're going to get our next chapter. What have we got? We've got a 60 here. Okay, for the sake of stuffing around, let's just attack that with the Sunder and see where we get to. There we go. It did kind of okay against the 40, so what on earth happened there? Did I just lose? Did I just manage to lose a battle with the Omnus? Oh, I had no... Why didn't they have any... Oh my god, there we go. First stuff up of the season. Somehow I managed to only put 1 satire on my Omnus. Oh my word. Welcome to the world of Silky. I had the officers on it. Yeah. How did my Sunder? Oh my gosh, Sunder's doing quite well. So he's making up for the shitty little Omnus for sure. Okay, so we probably need to pick a new ship to abuse, because Omnus is probably out at the moment. So let's go for Sylph. Sylph, what do we got on Sylph? We got anything? Recovery, long range strike half, no good to me, thank you. 40% damage, that hits in round 1, I like that. What's this radiation on? There we go. Okay, we're gonna go all strike half going first strike. Oh yeah, okay, so that's good. It's not going to really do anything, but that's cool. And we will go for just pumping up everything into here, I think. Why not? First hit's a good hit, take them out. Brilliant. Insufficient ability points, so let us go and in the station, let's go and mourn the loss of our poor Omnus at the bottom. 8 minutes out. Oh, you suck. Sylph, right, Sylph and Silky, don't stuff up. Actually put that in, take that up to 20, press confirm, make sure we've got enough units on there. Thank you very much. Come out, now go and hit the tile. Great. What could possibly go wrong? Here we go, we get our 3rd tile and we may actually get the next chapter. So at the moment, yeah, so we've already got a strategy. It's real easy here for me, just in terms of looking out here. I know where I want to go. I'm going to be building an outpost here. Normally I'd be looking around when there's so many people in here going, right, I want an outpost up here, I want one over here, one here, and we'll see where we get to. In this particular case, because there's so few of us here, all I can do is simply head up here, and hopefully I'm going to be getting decent access to a lot of resource. Let's just actually go back into the map itself and have a quick look around and see if there's anyone that's not in our guild here. Who we got down here? Robin Hood. G'day Robin Hood. A very good friend from Rise to War days. Known Robin for about 2 or 3 years. Is it 3 years? Maybe a little more, not too sure. Great bloke. And many of the Rise to War people who have played will have known him already. And who else have we got around here? Lotharian, my Aussie mate, who I've known for about, oh god, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years. It seems like an age since we've been playing Immortal Conquest together. And there's a small group of us here who have played these games for a long time, and we're kind of here to help some of the newer guys who have played other games for a long time. And just to give them a hand, really, we're going. There's Bang. Hi Bang. Who else have we got lying around up here? Bryce. Bryce was quite new. Ren, who's there? That's somebody new. I don't know that one. Very good. Who is it? Unless they've changed their name. I guess that's one way to find out. We go message. No, we never spoke to them before. So, welcome. Welcome indeed. And what to next? Okay, let's go back to me. We have taken that 3rd tile. We've got our chapter here. We can get some resource. Let's claim that. Okay, that's good. Right, should be enough to carry on. Oh, there we go. We've got all of these already. So this often happens when you've gone out and hit some higher level tiles early on. We've got plenty of resource coming there. We've got that. We've got all sorts of other things we've got to do. Claim those. But honestly, I'm beating my own path initially because I want those heavies more than I want any other chapters. So everything else has to basically tee into us getting it Ogrex open, getting this Ogrex Bay 3. So squadrons need to be 5, that needs command center of level 4, which needs a hangar of level 4, which needs a fabrication, and up go. And because I'm feeling lazy, I'm just going to go bang, even though it's only seconds. I don't want anyone to have to kind of I guess hang around and just watch me. We've got a whole bunch of these gold up here that we can burn off. So where do we go next? Let's just track it back through here. Command center 4, need hangar level 4. Okay, so let's upgrade that, let's speed that up. And you know what, before we do that, let's go and see if I got it. Upgrade here yet at all? No. What do we need? We need to get to 20 influence, and then we can open up the expedite. Okay, then what have we got at the moment? We got we're level 5 of 20 to open that. Okay, how much do we need? We got on 102 per hour. And has this changed in some way? I used to be able to calculate from here how quickly I could actually upgrade, how long it would take to actually upgrade my tech. So it's at level 2. What's this? 5 of... I don't understand that. I used to be able to calculate from this exactly how long it was going to take me before this upgraded further. So 102 per hour. That's fine. That's great. Why is it not showing me this? Okay, devs, I want you to look at that, because I don't know why this is saying 6 of 20 here. Perhaps it's because it's in thousands or something. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. So anyway, it's going up. It's going to take a while. Let's go in here. My Sunder is doing reasonably well, to be perfectly honest. I don't entirely know that it needs some heavies just to go up to the next level, so we could actually potentially try that on a 90 fairly shortly. What do we got here? 2 more points to put in. So that's getting good. So heavy strike craft damage. Do we want to actually put in some extra hits on here, I wonder? Let's have a look at this one. Triggers on round 3, 2 enemy targets. Deals 20% standard damage on turn 1, so that's pretty good. Or do we want to just let's just upgrade that further. That's gives us some pretty decent damage reduction and some ship power, so we'll just stick with that. And we need to go to the Sunder. Confirm that. And we could go for a 90 next, I guess. I mean, I can't see too much trouble with that. Let's just bring ourselves. We'll probably bring him back there. Do we want a 90 water? Do we need water, or do we need... Let's just go close to that. Bring that there. Bring you back. We'll start building up. So realistically, there's not much else I can explain at the moment, other than, in fact, I'm just going to probably play with Sunder for a little while because it seems to be doing quite well, so I won't necessarily stick with that original plan that I had. Just going to go out. We'll try this kind of 90 here, or this 90 here. Let's go for the titanium, because at this stage of the game that's what I'm going to need the most of. So we'll do that. We can come back to that later. Claim some of this stuff, so we're going to get that. We need the repair bay, we need the water processing. Let's just go and do them because they take no time at all. Water processing and repair bay, upgrade that. There we go. Now let's see if Sunder is going to die horribly yet. And the battle pass. Aim all of these, come on. And we've got a first requisition order. Fantastic, isn't that lovely? How do we got here? How do we do here? Our Sunder hasn't actually taken any losses yet, I don't think. This is our first time for everything, and it's about to come, I think. How are we doing there? We're going to get a draw. We got a draw. Oh my god. This thing's rocking it. And we lost nothing. It's very happy. I'm going to hit 200. Why not? Give it a whirl. So we got 90. I'm here 130 and a 150 really. We could even go straight to a 200. What do you think? Quite like that. Anyway, chapters, claim that. Let's claim this lot here. Hopefully we're now going to go back and let's go into our center here and see if we can hurry this stuff along here. Upgrade that, speed it up. 3, thank you, yes, go away. Yeah, command center, level 4. Okay, speed you up, finish it now, thank you. Total 15. For those who are kind of new to all this, we actually got some rewards at the end of the last season. If you played the last season, and you get some gold rewards, these credits up the top here. And the devs are fairly generous with them at this stage. It's a kind of temporary thing while we're still in what is essentially an extended beta, really, of the game, as they call it. Just through dint of many circumstances, which I'm just not going to go into. But yeah, if you've been playing, you've got involved, you've got activity, you've got managed to get some ship levels up, do some PvP, done some challenges, then you're in with a relatively good chance of having some gold at the end of the season. Certainly enough to build, to knock out your first few buildings. I'm just going to finish that one, so we'll do 3 there. Now we need you up, so we'll speed you up, we'll finish you, we're going to do that. Let's actually just get this done and out of the way for now. I really need to get some tanks underway. So what do we need here? Squadrons level 4, speed you up, finish you, thank you, and upgrade you, speed you up, finish you. So that's that one. What do we need? You, come on, 5, hangar up to level 8, fabrication 5 and gas 3, mineral 3, build mineral. This is going to get a bit tedious, so what I'm going to probably just do is pause this for now, and once I've got that kind of Ogre squadron open, we'll just unpause that and come back. So I'll see you in just a sec. So we'll unpause. I've just sped through those buildings. It's taken a few minutes, and we've now hit our first sort of little roadblock here. We haven't got enough titanium to build that Ogre Bay 3 at this stage, so we just got to go through these chapters now, claim what is outstanding, and hopefully we will now have, what do we got? We've just done that one. We've finished our draw on their 90, so we can claim that, and we're now going to hopefully have enough resources to actually build those Ograx Bay, 3rd bay in there. So let's just come out of there, go into our infrastructure, Ograx. Here we go, Bay 3, build it, finish it, finish that now. Didn't take cost me an. So all up, I spent probably about 200 or 300 gold to get to this point, and maybe 400. And doesn't take huge amounts. What it does mean now is that I can go in here and I can get rid of these horrible things where it says new. What do we got there? Damage received already on there. So now we can build these chimeras, and so we'll fabricate there, and we'll just go bang. Have we got enough to do that? Yes, we have. Collected enough resource. How long is that going to take? 1 hour and 47 minutes. They are heavy, so you know that means that I've got a reasonable chance of using them in the next couple of hours. Great. In the meantime, I just sort of sometimes wonder if there's anything else I might quite like to use at the moment. Certainly in Arcos, I mean, I could probably start building some of these sirens. But to be perfectly honest, I'd rather kind of get to the Ravens with their 30% chance to gain follow up. By the time I've built that bay, that's going to be up to about 50% chance. So I will probably have to build some of these other ones for the chapters. But what are we at? I think I have to have this one up. I'll go back and check the chapters out shortly. So now that I've got those chimeras kind of underway building, I'll go back to actually finishing these chapters in the order in which I need to do them, simply because we now need to start building up our resource. And basically, what do we got there? Water processing, we need that at level 3 upgrade, so they'll be ready in 20 seconds or so, and we'll go and have a look and see what we're going to do next with our Sunder, because it's actually performing way beyond my expectations at the moment. I really don't care if I lose a whole bunch of strike craft hitting a 130 now. All I've got to do is actually find one. So let's just have a quick look round. What do I want? 130. Oh god, gonna have to use the search resources. Let's just see. 130, come back in here. Unclaimed, no, not navigable. I haven't got anywhere near anything yet. So where is the closest one? I've got a gas out here. Got another gas out here. Oh my god, that's pathetic. Oh my lord. This is probably the downside to being on the border, is that you've only got 50% of the map available to you with resource. So let me see, that's going to be a bit of a pain to sort of chug through to up to those 130s. Is there any other reason to go straight up there for now, or do I head down this way? Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to actually, at this stage, before we make a decision on this, we'll clear that. What I really want to know is where are the closest 300s to me, and that will determine naught results. Oh my god, that's terrible. So let's go further out here. Do a search again. Search. Is it going to take me back down to what the oh, I cleared it, didn't I? I didn't put that up to 300. Go up there, and let's take my search area out here. See what we've got up here. Search. None. No 300s. No 300s anywhere near me. That's appalling. I demand a refund. I'm going to have to work on 200s. Shall we YOLO Sunder in there? This is one of those moments in time where I really regret being a little impulsive and a little bit naughty. Expedite. Yeah, we want that for sure, because that's definitely not just a time saver but a brain saver, to be honest. It does my head in having to spend 3 gold just to speed things up. Okay, alright, stop muffing around. We need to go and take that 130. Let's send our lovely little Sylph out there, and then let's get our ridiculously bad Omnis all lined up. Where is it? Right down the bottom. Omnis, there you go. This time, Mr. Omnis, I promise, we will give you a full 20 units. There we go. You can't possibly go wrong with that. So let's just be really good and tidy and start getting rid of some of these nice and early, because it's a pain in the backside doing it later. We do intend to be getting off to a relatively good start. That hasn't been the greatest so far. And let's go there and let's have a quick look, shall we? While we're on, let's have a look at leaderboard. CC Master, no surprises there. Darksander, okay, doing good. Good start. Void, I mean, it's hard to tell at the moment who's doing well and not, because it's really early days. Not everyone's on yet. Here's me with my paltry 194, and Robin's on 1100. What have you hit, you bugger? Let's go and have a look. I'm going to get a sneaky peek on here for the world to see. Yeah, he's just been hitting up the 90s and the 60s and all sorts of things. Okay, I thought he might have taken some big 200s there. So, right, mate, he's got a 130 already. He beat me to the 130. I need to get a 150 quickly. We might have to YOLO that 200 in a minute with the Sunder. Probably not the best of ideas, I know, but right, let's keep going. Okay, time for a pause from me again. I need to go and put some milk in my cup of tea. Getting a bit of a hoarse throat. Be back in a sec. Okay, we're back. We've got a nice cup of tea, and we're at a stage now where we've actually managed to get this next chapter up. We're going to go and have a look and see if we can take out that 130 in a sec. Let's just claim some of this lot, see what we've got to build next, and see if there's anything. Oh, we've already worked our way through half of these because we built that Ograk space. So we now got to upgrade the Arcos Bay from level 1 to level 2, which really kind of annoys me, because I'm never going to use these units again as soon as I get something decent. And there's another problem. Another thing with the game really is the fact that you've got all these units that nobody really wants to use because they're just not that well balanced out. There's no point to some of them. Let's send our Sunder off over here. Hopefully then by the time we've got a decent number of chimeras to actually fill it, we'll then have some bit of fuel left. I did pop into the store because I've got some gold there and bought this fuel, which I will tend to do most of the probably first 3 or 4 days of the server, just to kind of get some of my decent units up a bit. Let's just tidy up as we go along here and go and try and take this 130. In the meantime, I probably want to have a look and see which other ships I'm going to work with next. Let's just collect every bit of resource we can. I'll probably start hitting some of those challenges fairly shortly. I do wonder, let's go and have a look, see if they've actually been updated at all. Let's go into the campaign. What do we get for doing this? Do we actually get any rewards for these ones at this stage? Probably not. Oh no, my Sunder died. What happened there? Oh, we hit a cipher. Oh well, that's never going to be very happy, is it? Oh dear. Okay, so we need to pick a new ship. What are we going to look at? Overlord's usually not too bad for early PvE. It can be okay. I've had some results with it. I've got 12 points to put in it. First 2 rounds up there, terrorists, don't want to do any of that. 3 rounds capital allied ship, extra damage. First 2 rounds allied enemy strike craft damage -5. I'm not entirely sure whether that's particularly useful this early stage, but that is only the strike craft damage that's down, so yeah, we might go for that, or the enemy capital ship standard attack damage down. But I really want to get some recovery in there, so we might have to just plop in here, extra damage, get a bit of recovery, deal some energy damage. Probably that's going to be the way to go, I think. Let's go for it. We'll do that. I may not be following the generally accepted versions of events, but it usually comes right for me by about day 2 or 3. So we're just going to go there, and we are going to want some energy damage output. We'll take that off you. We'll sign that. That's going to go in there, so we want to do some damage. I can put my lightning on here, which is good. She's limited to certain ships, so that means I can actually play with some others as I go. Because I haven't really prepped everything up, I'm only sending one ship out at a time at the moment. And we want to bump up our... we don't really care about whether we're going to hit with energy damage at this stage early on, so we're probably going to go in here, and we're going to go there, and we're actually just going to bump up that energy damage that we're doing by going in here. Advanced elemental booster, it's all about the attack, baby. And in here, who else have we got? And let's go for Michael. He's going to give us 27 elemental. He's going to cause some confusion. Do we want him to do that? Let's see what else we've got. Medium craft, long range strike craft, damage received -1, charge strike 1. That's a bunch of crap, so stick with that. Let's load him up. Overlord in station, and I'm probably going to die fairly horribly, to be perfectly honest, with some of this, because I've got very little. I've got some healing in there. I've got very little damage reduction. I've plonked it all straight into something that attacks. So let's just see how we go. Let's edit. Let's put some terrible satires in there. Bang that up. Off we go. And what do we want to hit first? 40. We're going to try for a 40 with that. We have not got much damage mitigation, and the healing's not great, but we have got some half decent attacks. So let's just send the Overlord out there, see how we go. 30 seconds till we land. Let's leave that tile there for the 90. And in here, I don't really want to hit that again at this stage. 11 minutes 32. That cipher just completely nailed my Sunder. It's just not great for me. So we'll do that. What else have we got? Star Weaver's quite good at the beginning. Use. Really fancy using Valkyrie. I don't know why. I was playing around with this last season and I quite enjoyed it. 50% chance to recover an attack. I mean, that's not particularly great, is it? I probably shouldn't use this early on. Yeah, no. Let's not do that. Who do we want to go for? Mjolnir can be reasonably average early on. In fact, to be honest, Cypher can actually be pretty damn good first off the bat, and it wouldn't be the first time I've used them straight away. Just with that just immense amount of standard damage output on turn 1, turn 2. Had fun with Loki last season. I think we're going to go Starweaver or Moonveil. Let's just go with the Starweaver. It's sort of tried and tested, to be honest. Could go Astaroth, haven't done that for a while, but right now, go in here. Yeah, we're just going to plonk in here. Recovery, extra recovery, some debuff, a couple on there, 3, 4, and I'm going to actually put a few points into doing some early damage, or some damage, energy damage, and disabling the opponent's ability to recuperate. Not that there's much doing any recuperation at this stage, but go in there. And Starweave has a really decent elemental stat here to start with, so that's quite useful. So I just want to make sure that that goes up as much as I can. So what do we got? Power and elemental on there, or we want to go here and get some confusion. Let's just swap that in, that's fine. And we're going to do some, pump out some extra energy damage, and so for that we want Phaedra. We'll put Phaedra in here, and we'll just change that back to energy damage there. That's that. And we are going to go in there. I mean, I could say that we want to pump some into initiative, but a start initiative of 352 is damn respectable already. Is there anything else we want? We could bump up its elemental stat by popping this in here, or we could pop Sarah and then we'll get a chance to evade, a 50% chance. So let's do that, because we got fairly crappy little units to start off with, and we've got to spare Elizabeth, and just seem to have got lots of Elizabeths along the way. Let's put this one up, and do I want to get the cord here? When can I activate that? Tech level 5. Okay. Stockpile or Arcane Infusion? We'll want to open the initiative at some point soon, and you know what? I'm just going to activate Stockpile. I never quite know if we need to quickly grab a few resources to build some more chimeras later on. So let's have a look there. What have we got? How did the Overlord do? 1 of 28 left. God, that was close. New tool. Oh, it was a Cypher as well. So a level 15 Cypher. Fear. Let's go to you. We've got a couple of extra points in here now, so just in case there's any more Cyphers, let's kind of knock some of that down, shall we? This is me with my YOLO approach to this. I probably shouldn't have done it. Oh, we had an extra point on Sunder there, didn't we? So we can bring that one up now. That's good. We're probably going to leave Sunder, I think, until I've got some better tanks to put on her. And let's just reinforce a bit on Overlord. See what go. I don't know how many. Omnis has got 20 on. Let's just see if anyone else has got any satires sitting around. Oh, Cypher's actually got some. I mean, we could use them, I guess. Take that one off the shelf. We could do something daft with Cypher, but I should probably wait until I've got tanks for him. So I'm just going to take a wee break now. I'm probably going to stop this one. We've had a quick look at kind of early strategy. What I'm aiming to do is to sort of go north from here and wrap up some 200, so I'm not interfering with the rest of my teammates. We've looked at rushing through and getting our tanks set up. We're kind of in the middle of choosing ships and not really done any prep for this season, so we'll talk a bit more about that probably in the next vid, which I'll record up in a few hours time. And then what else have we looked at? Let's just look through the kind of leaderboards. We looked at some of the top players. I mean, I would imagine Tok is going to be pretty good in this. I'm interested to see where Rogs are, or whether maybe they just haven't started yet. Let's look at the guilds. They may have even folded into someone else, I don't know. Who have we got actually in here? Talk, yeah, doing really well as expected. Jedi quite well, YSMP quite well. Frog have gone into Eldarin. I was expecting Frog to be up in Vanguard. And who we got in there? P versus P, that's CC Master's own little guild, and RCD retired. Who's that? I gotta go see. Is that Rusty or is that? Have a look through here. We'll only find out by scrolling through here. Captain Rassan's in Vanguard. Oh, Dozer. Okay, right, fair. I can't even see any of the old Rugs guys anywhere. Top factions. Arcos. How the heck are we in third already? I mean, I guess it's early days, but I'm not quite sure how that happens. And war ranking. Nothing, obviously. So there's no one else in Arcos with us at this stage. And I think CMPS, where are they? Did they go Ograx? No, Jedi's in Ograx. LCDR, Bear and Orca in Stoner. Okay. Spin, Space Invader. Who's that? Have a look at Terra. So basically Ograx and Ograx, Eldarin are going to do well. YSMP I expect will probably do okay. Ironhide is an Ograx. Who was CMPS? The Zorro boys probably aren't on yet. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning for them, I think, or something like that. I believe they might be going up to Ograx too. Some of those Ograx guys quite possibly just waiting for someone to come on and establish group for them to join. Gerard Sonic, they're all ex-CMPS I believe, so they're up there in Ograx. Okay, great, so we kind of got the east side of the map with no one in it other than all the way round the top there. Have a look here, there's literally no one in Terra, maybe one person in Vanguard. Otherwise, everything's happening on the other side of the map. Now that actually suits us fine. We've got some newer guys to teach, so great. If you're new to the game and you haven't yet chosen your faction, or you want to swap it early, that's an earlier is better. I would suggest coming over here to Arcos or Terra, and we'll kind of try and make it an easier season and to do some teaching and so on. That would be my advice at this stage. If you're watching this and you haven't picked yet, or you want to swap early, that wouldn't be a bad thing to do. Anyway, as I said earlier, let's stop there and we'll record another one a bit later on. Thanks for watching.